In today's edition of 100 Days of Business Analysis, we're going to be answering the question, what is business analysis? My name is Olumide. Stick around. Meet Bimpe and her husband Tony. They've saved for years and they finally decided that it's time to build their dream home. They want a comfortable place for themselves and their children. So they reach out to a building company which is known as XY Solutions, and they explain that they want to build a house. That's it. That's all they tell XY Solutions. There is no real conversation about what the house should be like. 9 months later, the house is ready. That house is stunning. It has 10 rooms, 3 floors, a private cinema, marble staircases. Anyone else would call it a palace. Except Tony, Bimpe, and their children. They ate it. All they wanted was a simple, cozy home. They wanted somewhere with not more than 3 rooms, no staircases, and a kid-friendly layout. Now they are stuck with a mansion that they never asked for, they never wanted, and they have to live with it. They are not happy with it. They've also wasted over $1 million to get something that they are not happy with. So let's ask a question. Where did things really go wrong? The building company XY Solutions never took the time to actually find out what the clients wanted. They made assumptions. They assumed that since the clients, Tony, Bimpe, and their children, had a big budget, it meant that they wanted a mansion. They wanted something big and elegant. But they were wrong. They never actually found out their clients' requirements. And so, because they made assumptions, they created a beautiful but useless solution. I know that example sounds extreme. However, that is what frequently happens in the world of business and in the world of tech. Many companies spend hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars to create a solution that nobody really wants, or a solution that doesn't actually meet the needs of the users. And that's where business analysis comes in. It is the job of business analysts to make sure that situations like that don't happen. So for the building example that we discussed earlier, a business analyst would sit with the family to ensure that they actually capture the needs of the users and then translate those needs into clear and actionable requirements that the building team can work with. Obviously, even though I'm using buildings as the example, this is more relevant to business and tech. And so in business and in tech, the business analysts are the ones who bridge the gap between the people who have the problem and the team that will create the solution. They can't afford to assume. They have to ask the right questions and make sure that the solution fits the real need as against what they think or what some user thinks is nice to have. And in simple terms, that's business analysis. Are you enjoying this? Make sure you watch the next video. And just by the way, I teach business analysis. You can head over to my website. I have a course known as Business Analysis 101, BA 101. You can get started with that. And then I also teach certification programs for the British Computer Society. So if you'd like to get started with any of those, head over to businessanalysiscoach.com. businessanalysiscoach.com. And if you've not subscribed, do so right away so that you don't miss any part of this series. See you tomorrow.